curious to whoever who sees this. Okay. Yes, hello. I'm live apparently, and I'm live because Bitcoin just crashed maybe 3-4%. I'm not sure how much exactly, but something like that. It's 7% down 24 hours. That doesn't say that much though, the 24 hours, but still Bitcoin just took a dive and it's halted here. Truly myself, I believe that Bitcoin can go down from here. People get scared a lot. They try to sell their Bitcoin for altcoins. They try to sell their Bitcoin for a stable coin, right? So they wait it out. Maybe this is a dip, and from this point on it will continue further. I don't believe it will continue further though. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Not looking at the grand picture. Like I'm a bull though in the long run. But I think this Bitcoin doesn't really know what to do yet. It went to 14,000. It's unbelievable how fast it went there. And I think a lot of people wait until a good price, and I believe a good price is around 10k, around 9k, and that's when people start thinking, well, this is kind of a cheap Bitcoin, I'm gonna start buying it again. Around 10k, I believe the FOMO also starts to kick in, so it's somewhere between 9 and 10k. Manipulation is a real thing. Like, I believe when the price will be manipulated above the 12.5, 13k again. I think once we reach a point and all the volume metrics, all the indicators are right, or not right, but I mean the stars are set right, then I believe then we can continue further on upward. But as it looks, I think we go down to 10 or 9k. I would like to say in every video, I have to say I'm not a financial advisor, of course. I do not try to give financial advice or investment advice. Do not give it. I do not give it. Do your own research if you're investing. I just like to talk about this. I think it's really fun, and it's a really early stage of crypto. So we have a lot of things to think about, and I don't know. It's a new thing. I invested also in stocks before and in CFDs. This is a lot of similar metrics, but it's a totally different market. I guess if there's somebody who's watching this, maybe 1 or 2 people, you already know a lot about this market, and I'm curious about your views. As the moment stands, I'm holding back. I'm not investing in any altcoins. I'm not shorting Bitcoin either, but I do believe that the Bitcoin will go down from this point in the midterm. I guess I'm retail money, so maybe I will FOMO in when the Bitcoin price will go a little bit higher than, like I said, like 12.5. Then I think then the FOMO will start kicking in a lot of people, and also with me. So I'll try to be early in that stage. My goal now for the short term is to buy Bitcoin again at 10 or 9k to accumulate a little bit more. Like I said, I'm also not shorting Bitcoin. If I believe Bitcoin will go down, I'm monitoring Bitcoin and altcoins. I just recently sold a couple of altcoins, made a little profit. I was investing in one Harmony coin, and I believe I made just 20% or something. So it was a good trade. And after that, I was not sure what to do. So I just decided, well, I'll just sit back. I'll sell all my Bitcoins for Tether, and I'll just wait this crash or whatever it's called out. I think it goes down to 9k. I could have shorted it, but I don't know, man. I think I was unsure of the trade. I believe we can go 12.5k like nothing, and also 9k like nothing. So I'm not really sure what Bitcoin's gonna do. Anyway, I'm, like I said, bullish on the long run. I believe in half of a year, 1 year, when the halving is coming up and when the news is getting bigger. I truly believe this year we're gonna get an all-time high, and at that moment, whether it's gonna be really late in the year or let's say maybe in January of 2020, February, it doesn't start like a moment of notice. No, it is starting now. The trend is starting now or not. This could still be a bull trap, right? This could still be a lot of people that bought Bitcoin a year ago. A lot of institutions that made money on another thing in a year time, and they try to sell their Bitcoin now, and they have such huge bags that they try to manipulate the whole market, and they try to sell off at 10k, right? Not sure. There's also a lot of people that bought at 3k, at 4 5k. They think, 100% profit is good enough, or 200% profit is good enough, or even more. So 10k is a magic mark for Bitcoin, and I believe we will, hover above this. And as soon as we hit marks above, let's say 15, 16k, then the price of Bitcoin can shoot up to 50k in a week or 2 weeks notice. But what also is really possible is that we crash again to a price that is really comfortable to buy again, right? For me, this year, I didn't really forgot about Bitcoin, but I didn't really put it on my radar until the price of Bitcoin reached 5 to 6k. At that time, it was up on 50 or 40% in a week at some time, and like 80% in a month or something like that. And then I thought, well, this is maybe the comeback of Bitcoin, right? So I bought in again, and I started trading, and then you win some, you lose some, and it's really time consuming as well, and you have to like it, right? You could also just, maybe a smart thing to do is just buy Bitcoin and put it away for a long time. But I'm not sure. I don't try to give any advice, right? Anyway, I'm also curious to see what kind of videos and what kind of YouTubers you guys watch. I watch, for example, Crypto and the Da Vinci. I'm not even sure if I'm saying their names correctly. But anyway, and Sunny Degree, I kind of like that guy from Switzerland. I like the way he sounds. He pronounces that. And I watch YouTube here and there, but I never really participated in the crypto market like this. I don't really want to manipulate. I don't want to say, well, this coin is going up or this coin is going down. I just want to say what I'm doing. And yeah, maybe this is a channel for you guys to see what not to do. You see a lot of people telling you what to do. Well, maybe this is a good chance to balance that out, right? This is maybe a good example of a retail guy who doesn't really know, who's just gambling. But the thing is, that is the most important, I guess, for everybody, except maybe for professional traders, right? But for anybody else, don't invest with any money that you are not willing to lose. It would really suck if I lose my balance, right? It's quite a lot of money. I can do a lot of nice things to it with my money, but I chose to invest in this. And I mean, if I lose it all, right, in one day I will be devastated, maybe for a day or maybe even longer. Money could be really depressing sometimes. It's stupid, but anyway, but I can just continue with my life, and it's just, it sucks, but I can do everything I want after that, right? So that's the most important thing, I believe. Just if you like doing this, if you like investing, do it with money you can lose, and you're willing to lose, and you're hoping, you're trying your best with information you're willing to get to make something better out of it, to make more. Greed, right? Also, a lot of smart people, they see the metrics, they use the indicators. I try to use indicators too, and they make this a full-time job, and they succeed a lot better than me. But I just like to do it as a hobby, as same as I want to enjoy my video games and to read a book sometimes, right? It's the same thing. But anyway, Bitcoin is, like I said, I see this as Bitcoin is not sure what to do. It's still hovering up on that between 11 and 12k. Like everybody knows, Bitcoin just went massively parabolic to 14k, 13.5 or 14, and then like a drop when Coinbase shut down or crashed or whatever, the price dropped immensely. Whether it was set up, like if you think really paranoia and you mistrust everybody, then that's a really easy way of thinking. But still, there's also a realistic view to it, that it could just be a setup. Like Coinbase down, you cannot sell your bitcoins for a certain price. You sell a huge amount, and you have a good price. Everybody else has a bad price. You can manipulate the market like that. But anyway, I don't like to think like that. It's probably Coinbase went down, and then a lot of people reacted on that. It probably went like that. But still, Bitcoin was also hugely overbought at that time, and it was really natural, logical for it to go down after that huge up spike. But now Bitcoin is still a little bit FOMO-y. It's above the 10k. I believe 10k is a magical level. A lot of people, like I said, my radar was turned on when Bitcoin reached 5 or 6k, when I saw a message like Bitcoin 40% up last week, and then I started thinking, oh, that means a lot of people are buying it again, right? 40% up, it's a lot. So I started to look for an opportunity, and I guess a couple of days later I bought it, right, for maybe 5%, 6% lower than when I saw it. I thought, well, this is a quite good moment. And after that, it went to 11, 12, 13k. I sold at 13.5. Not the entire amount that I bought. I traded for altcoins and I sold them back and stuff. So it was a different amount from my original balance. But I guess still made a profit. And I guess now I'm waiting for a 9 to 10k Bitcoin. I'm not really sure. I'm just trading on Binance. I'm showing you BitMEX because I feel like this market is a little bit more predictable. Not predictable, but predicting. Yes, it's predicting the market. It's like, I feel like crypto gives you a warning and then it goes. It gives you a chance to make your loss a little bit less, and it makes your profit, makes your chance to if it spikes up. Usually if it was a natural up spike, it usually goes down and then up again a little bit, not to the peak, but it goes halfway, it retraces halfway what you just lost in the peak, right? And then it goes down again. That's what I saw a lot of coins doing. So you got a second chance to make your profits not as low as it could have been, and also make your losses not as low as they could have been. Not all the time. I saw these flash crashes, and I saw these huge bullish trends that don't retrace, but usually it retraces a little bit, so you get a chance to make it a little bit better for yourself. And what is very important in crypto market, not only in crypto but in other every market, is patience and to withheld from your emotions. I guess for me that's really hard to do, but I guess I know how to do it, but can't do it all the time. Anyway, my point of view, Bitcoin will go down to 10, and I don't believe if we see 10.8 or 10.4 that in the short term we will go back to this level. So as soon as we fall, I guess we have to stay there for a while. I'll show you a little bit longer chart. I guess you can also see this as a continuing wave. I think you call this in. I'm not even sure how you call it, so I'm not gonna even guess. But there should be a pattern in here that could tell you that it will just continue. And like I said, Bitcoin is really FOMO-y, above 10k especially. So you never know. But for now, I still believe Bitcoin will go down. I've got a couple of buy orders, so I'm just waiting. And if it doesn't, like I said, if it will continue on to the 12k, and if I like the metrics, if I like the conditions at that time, if I see more uptrend, and to be honest, if there's more people tell me there's more potential for an upside than a downside, more breakout, then I will buy again at that level. I will FOMO in. But for now, I will wait for the crash. 9.5, 9k. I even got some buy orders, some low fishing orders for 8 and for 8.5. But the main part is at I believe 9.5. So yeah, I think Bitcoin will have his sell-off, and then a comfortable price, or more comfortable than this, people will buy. Institutions will buy. Yeah, it's already 11,000 almost. I think it's crawling back up, but all I see is a bearish trend, boys and girls. Not sure what you guys think, but you know. Bitcoin is yeah, it's an international thought process. Long term is everybody's bullish. I think only a small percentage came in here to only short. It's not in a bull market, of course. Everybody who's invested in here believes Bitcoin is something at the moment, right? You can. It's easy to say because where there is money to be made, people will come. So whatever it is, if you do believe it or not, if there's some people that say, well, all these guys and girls that invest in Bitcoin are just fools, I can make a lot of money from them. I don't believe in Bitcoin myself though, but I can make a lot of money from them, and I believe those people are out there as well, of course. But the majority, I believe, believes in Bitcoin. Is a moon boy. The majority. And all these stories I heard about Fidelity having these giant rooms mining Bitcoin. I believe it. They have just these warehouses full of end miners mining away. And these bosses just sitting behind his desk and checking the wallet every week, and I say, oh well, this is and what did it cost? Only electricity? Oh, and a maintenance guy. Wow. Alright, and what did he do? He just switched some cables and switched some fans and replaced some miners? Oh, wow. And how much did you pay him? Three grand a month, and we made like 3 million. And electricity, right? Oh, but that's just in the bill already, right? So how much? All right, so that costs like 200,000, 300. Oh, that's okay. So you're telling me that it cost me, well, roughly 300,000 to make 1 million a month. And he's just writing it down just to be sure. And he said, okay, well, hey, can you order some more? It's a crazy, man. Like, if you have billions to spend, or even millions, 100 million, 200 million, you can do a lot of things to Bitcoin and to the crypto market to make it profitable for yourself. Anyway, if you guys have a machine at this time, I have a 1070. I mean, it's 2-3 years old. I used to game with it a little bit, but I can mine. If I let it on, it will make me 150, so $1.50 a day, which is well, it's I guess it's quite good for mining purposes with a desktop PC, but it's nothing, of course. I think I pay for that equivalent. I pay $1 a day for electricity, so I profit 50 cents. So that's not viable for me, of course, but it's fun to do for half an hour to see the stats and to see what it's doing. And I fantasize about buying an end miner, but the risk I cannot really take, man. I buy an end miner or whatever miner it's called, and 2 or 3 months later there is a machine that does things 10 times faster for $1,000 more, and my machine becomes almost obsolete, right? You cannot really sell it anymore, and if you start mining, it takes forever to get your money back. Maybe that's not the case, but that's how I believe it is. And for my balance, to buy a miner, it's not really feasible at this time. So I just trade and hoped for the best, right? Anyway, I'm curious if you guys mine too, and if you have bigger machines, if you have setups like mining rigs, or if you maybe just use your desktop PC, let me know. I like to see what kind of programs you use, and I just test only on NiceHash. It's easy, click to play. I like those programs, click to play, right? Everybody who is watching, I guess I already said, is quite familiar with this market, so I'm just curious to see what your strategies are. If you use any machines like bots, like if you use any special indicators, if you watch any special YouTubers, maybe not the real conventional ones, not the mainstream ones with 40,000 subscribers and live streaming every day, but just looking for that person that is the retail person. It's just streaming once a week or once a month, or every weekend, right? It's just trading every weekend. I would like to see those people. So if you know anybody who's doing that, put them in the comments. And yeah, I hope you made profit today. Let me know as well if you guys want to share your trades, maybe also your losses. Tell me what you did wrong. If I made a trade and I lost money, which I did on BitMEX, by the way, I lost money on BitMEX, but it's the strategy of trading on Binance and then going to BitMEX. I also have a hardware wallet, so it's only a small percentage of the portfolio. That's also a smart thing to do, to trade with a small percent, to believe something. So yeah, I have a switch. Today I made a switch though. Today I believe that Bitcoin will short-term fall, and but I'm not touching my hardware wallet, of course. So still I'm bullish in the long term, but I hope to make or to accumulate some Bitcoin at a shorter, cheaper price, hopefully next week. I don't believe this is the Monday dip yet. I believe China will wake up around 10 or 11, I'm not sure when, but 10, 11 usually people start talking about China, and then I'm curious to see what they will do. Maybe we will hit quite a lot of liquidations at those marks I previously told you, between those 10 and 9k, and also between this, I'm curious to see these levels. We didn't really trade these levels. We always just went parabolic, or down or up. Okay, you can't really go parabolic down, but you know what I mean. Or actually you can, but that doesn't really happen with Bitcoin. It's usually BAM, and then it's not really that parabolic. But anyway, it's either a flash crash or a huge uptrend between these levels, right? So we're coming up in about 5 minutes or 10 to another crash, and that's my prediction. I don't give any advice, of course, so don't follow this saying or whatever I have to call it then. I don't give any advice. Don't try it. I'm not trying to. I'm just saying what I think the market is gonna do with my own trade. And I'm curious to see what your trades are. So tell me in the comments. And also tell me what kind of tools you guys use. I really like this tool, the aggr.trade. I also use, let me see where it is, cryptoxscanner.com, and then you have to set it up so you can connect it to Binance, like with the API. You can set it up how you want. This is top gainers in a minute or 5 minutes, top losers and top volume gainers, like you guys can see. You can set some signals. And if you're live trading, day trading, this is really, really good trade. You have to set it up how you like it, but just be careful, because these metrics and whatever you see, it is connected to Binance, right? It is all legitimate, I believe, as far as I can tell. But these metrics can change in a dime or in a switch, in a finger snap. So be careful of these indicators. Don't just trade on only these things. Yeah, like you guys can also see, I use Binance. I use BTC Direct and Bitonic to buy my Bitcoins, to transfer them to my exchange, only for trading. If you're gonna use these, just compare them at the time you're buying and selling. There's a lot of change in the price. So here you can buy a Bitcoin for 10,018 euros. And sorry, the price is dropping, of course. So, but let's see at Bitonic what the price is today or at this time. Bitonic. You can see the difference. So here it's 9,889, and here it's still at 10,018, right? So you can see there's a difference in buying and selling. Sell for 9,705 and 9,696. I mean, still the price is dropping, right? So this is not, selling is not that far away from each other. You can really tell, quite the same. But in the buying, it's a difference from for maybe 200-300 euros for one Bitcoin. So it's quite a lot. And so just check your price. There's also Coinbase, of course. A lot of people use Coinbase, I believe. And I use coinexchange.io. That's also a crypto exchange website. I don't use it that much at the moment, but I used it like with the last crypto mania back in 2018, January, February, you know. I used to buy a lot of S coins, and still have some bags over there. It's quite funny sometimes to see what they're doing. I try to log on twice a week on CoinExchange. I don't like to set any notifications for that website. I'm not even sure if they can, but I have to check myself if my coins did anything and then try to sell them. I have some orders, but not for everything. Some coins I'm just waiting for a moonshot, which I'm sure they're capable of. But you know, like I said, I'm just main trading Bitcoin, mainly on BitMax, but also just on Binance if I'm not feeling like I want to leverage, if I just want to take a chill. And also if I want to buy some altcoins, like I was trading one Harmony. It bumped a little bit today, 25%. I'll show you. It's 21.29 at the moment. I think it went up to 193 Satoshis when it was at 12k or 11.5k for Bitcoin. 195 over here. 96 even, I believe. Yeah, I didn't go all the way up to 96. I think I sold it like 185, 6, something like that over here, or maybe even over here. I'm not sure. I thought this was the retracement down, but I guess it went up. This was when Bitcoin dropped, I believe. And then I just think, well, I don't want to trade anymore. If Bitcoin price falls sharply, all the altcoins will fall sharply. I don't want to trade in the Bitcoin or the crypto at this time, in the short term, so I'll just sell for Tether. That's what I did. But anyway, I'm not sure. Maybe Bitcoin will just have it with everybody and with the indicators and just continue on to 14, 15, 16. And then we all have to FOMO in because we know what's in once it reaches all-time high. All the news and all the Twitter and all the neighbors will talk about Bitcoin again. So we have to go in before that moment comes. Yeah, but still. Yeah, I've got some people talking. I didn't even pay attention to the chat. Yeah, up or down. I told you. I think it'll go down. But don't follow my advice. Or this is not even advice. I'm not trying to give any advice. But I sold my Bitcoin for Tether, and I'm just waiting. I don't think this is a good price to trade. Which is stupid to say, because I think every time is a good time to trade, if you're willing. What do you guys think? I believe that Bitcoin will go up in the long term, but in the short term, I mean, Bitcoin just recently reached the 10K level, so a lot of old people, the original Bitcoin people will maybe go in again. Let's see, Google. How do you search that? Google search Bitcoin results or whatever. Maybe, yeah, Google Trends and then Bitcoin interest over time. Okay, so the trend is getting up, but is it based still on the all-time high, or is this based on that all-time high? No, it's not possible. Ooh, so it's going up though. Okay, it's still nothing comparison to what we had, but still, and Google Trends is saying itself. Oh, past 4 hours. It's going up in the past 4 hours, guys. No, but it says that it's like a graph itself, man. You can put TNA on this metric as well. But it says it will go up to 75% of what it was, man. And now it is at 63 for 69. I can't believe that shit. Sorry. Past 5 years, right? So it is at okay. It's at 27% of what it ever was in the highest time. You can't even okay, there it is. 100%. December 17th until December 23rd. So Christmas time, man. Everybody was thinking about presents. No. Everybody's thinking about buying Bitcoin for themselves. Greed. This is greed, guys. At the time you have to be thinking about somebody else, buying present for somebody else, buying happiness for somebody. No. You were thinking about buying Bitcoin. But now, okay, so it was at 19% at May 12th, right? So this is the bear market, and at this time people started buying. I'm not sure why it didn't shoot up immensely after the first spike, but it comes in waves, because also it comes in waves, I guess, right? So it is really high if you compare it to, maybe it's gone up. So this is quite funny. I don't see America. I see my country. A lot of St. Helena. Is that a country? Alright. Slovenia, Australia, Singapore, Australia, Switzerland, Canada, United States. Okay, it's there, but it's not that big of a. So what does the magic 10 or 62 mean? Related topics. Breakout. IOTA. I like that. I'm interested in IOTA. Okay. It's gone up. it spiked in 26th of May, the end of May. A lot of people in okay, Norway, China, Netherlands. I was thinking in St. Helena. What's the surge interest for St. Helena? Okay, so interesting, man. I've got a question. What do you guys think about the? Okay, let's just ask this question. Would you guys tell your mom or dad or a family member to buy Bitcoin? Maybe you already did. I'm just curious. But I still think there's a lot of people that don't know what Bitcoin is and they don't know how to buy Bitcoin or to sell it. I just recently got a question from a colleague saying, okay, so after you explain me all this, right, can you sell it and then have euros? And I was like, yeah. And then okay, he was like, okay, so you can sell your profit? And I was like, yeah. So a lot of people that don't know really how much or how investing works are still interested in Bitcoin in another way, right? It's not conventional, and a lot of people want to do something which is not conventional. It's extreme, it's like a step outside of the road. They want to make their own road. So this is an opportunity for a lot of people to make their own adventure. They make their own decision to do this, and they hope to get something out of it which they can be proud of. Smart people also think this is a way out of a restraint, like work, or some sort of type of work. I mean, everybody has to work. Maybe you don't want to do the job you're doing now. You see this thing as a way out of it. Just be careful. I would like to just repeat this. If you make the decision to invest, only do it with funds that you are willing to lose, that you can afford to lose. And make sure that if you have zero on that balance after you've put in a lot, if you have zero, that you can just continue with your life. Still, this is not financial advice. I do not try to give any type of advice at all. Do your own research, and this is your own risk if you try to invest. Ooh, I like this as well. They're buying bitcoins. This website Bitonic can show you how much bitcoins they have. If it goes up, it could mean that they have miscalculated the traffic. Maybe it means that they want to invest. They think it will go up higher. Maybe they've used a huge seller. That's also possible. But I don't use the blockchain that much. I'm not gonna look for wallets that much. I'm looking at BNB. Am I looking at one? Okay. Let's look at Bitcoin. It's going up. Yeah, this could easily be a bottom. I mean, it went to 11k basically. I don't like to interpret this as not 11k, guys. This is 11k, right? So this could have been be a bounce of a resistance. Is this the second time? No, we're just making a higher low, which is a very good thing, but we're also in a bear trend. People trying to ask me buy or sell, so funny. Up or down. I mean, why are you asking somebody else for that question? It's just, I guess you want to have somebody else's opinion, and then you can base your own opinion on that. But I'm not investing your money. You do make your own decisions, right? And I'm constantly saying, every YouTuber is saying that they're not responsible for your trades, for your losses. So, but anyway, a lot of people think it's going down because it's what's in the short term, right? Is there anything that Bitcoin has going for it except for the FOMO? And only thing is when Bitcoin goes up is when everybody thinks, well, now is the time to go up. And what is necessary for Bitcoin to go up, for those people to say, well, now I can only imagine it go up. There's two things. That is a breakout, right? Then FOMO starts kicking in, even with the people that are patient and they are scared and hesitant. When it goes up a lot, they start FOMOing because they know it can go to 30, 40, 100k, whatever. That's one possibility. And also when the price will go to a comfortable buying price again. And for me, that's around the 8-9k. I don't believe that we go back to 5k. It is possible in the long term, but in the short to midterm, I don't believe we go back to 5. 6, 7 also. It's a little bit too low. So for me, 8 is a possibility. 8.5, I hear a lot of people say, has to do with those Fibonacci levels. But 8 is also a little bit too low for me. So I believe that the price of Bitcoin, if it will go down, it will go to around 9k. And I'm not sure if it's going to be 9100 or 9200, or maybe it even goes below 9000, right? But I still remember a couple of weeks ago we were hovering above those 85, 8600 levels, and we bumped our head at 9k, I think. And then after we crossed the line, it was Vegeta time. But the Vegeta time didn't even take long, because we were just thinking, well, we're just waiting for 10k then. And then once we reached the 10k level, then we saw the potential of FOMO again, right? And I believe that potential is in every maybe every couple of months in Bitcoin, if there's a bull market. Also in a bear market, you have the same thing, but it goes down. It's the same thing. It's like waves. It's like a consensus. Okay, now it goes down. Okay, and then now it goes up. Okay, and then it's a for sure thing almost. And then I think a couple of YouTubers say you don't have to buy at the exact bottom, or you don't have to sell at the exact top. It would be very nice if you do it, but still, you don't have to. As long as you trade in the betweens, you get a big chunk in the between. So if the price will go 80% up in a month, you should be happy with a 50% in a month, or 60. So you have taken a less risk than some other person, but you still have a huge reward. And in crypto, that's possible. In a stock, in a normal stock, an airplane stock, or oil stock, or a bag stock, fundamentals are a huge thing, right? TNA also, but fundamentals is a huge thing in normal stocks. I would just like to call them normal stocks. And fundamentals in Bitcoin are not really there, right? I mean, they are there for market cap and the potential, and the future of Bitcoin is huge fundamental, if you can say it like that. But there's no money made by Bitcoin. It's just a commodity, basically. But a lot of people see it as a company, as a idea, as a theory, as a potential of something else that it's not doing now. And that's what makes it so special. And also a lot of people that are investing in it don't understand it. Like me, like in retail money, right? But yeah, Bitcoin is a special thing for all of us. Let's try to make the best out of it. Yeah, sorry, I had to drink some water. It's quite hot in Amsterdam at the moment. It's like maybe 25 degrees or 24. It's not that hot, but still. Yesterday it was like 32 or 33 degrees. I'm curious what tech he wrote, man. He probably cursed at me. He says you're stupid and you don't know what you're talking about. That's perfect, man. Then I don't have to say I'm not a financial advisor anymore. Because I'm not, though. Like, I'm not trying to give any advice, right? I think I'm saying it too. What is this, by the way? I saw this at Binance for the past hour. You have these trades. Not sure what they are, like 33 dot something. Here, 33.28. What is this? It's like a hack, man. Hackers are buying it for $2 to $3, man. Oh, let me try it too, man. $33. I want to buy one Bitcoin for $33. It would be amazing. Oh, if you could just go back in time. Crazy, man. You would just like, hey, man, did you hear about Bitcoin? Oh, no, what's that? Oh, nothing. And you were like, ha ha ha, I know what's gonna do it. I know it's gonna go like 20k. I'm curious, man, if a time traveler would bought the Bitcoin, Binance was not even online, of course. But let's say you bought it let's say you bought it at Binance at 2787 and this was at 11 September, alright? You bought it at this time, right? 27 whatever, 27. Would you sell it at here as a time traveler, or would you wait for this one? I'm curious, man. I mean, the thing is, boys, I've saw this happen too. Boom. In stocks. This is also a possibility that this was just the top of this year. And like I said, a lot of people that bought over here, they missed the boat selling. They waited too long, and they're willing to pump it, and they sold it. 14,000. There's one dude that bought it. Oh man. Maybe only for $1, but still, somebody bought it at, let's say, 14,000, man, and he immediately saw it go down to 11.2. That sucks. We're still up in the green in this week, but I don't believe this is a very bullish candle. This is just, it's not a fully bearish engulfing, which it was earlier. But I still think we need to see some red, so next week will be red. Still, weakest long on crypto. In a week time we could also be here somewhere. This is one candle later. It's like we also saw that over here. Like we didn't see any red. I guess this is the very long time of green, man. Phew. Okay, one red, two red, 2 red weeks. And here we only had one in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks, one red candle. But here we have a lot more, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Jeez. Okay, I'm not counting all those greens over here, of course, but still, it's the same price. So we took a longer time over the same part, with a lot of more green weeks. So where's the red? Because all those weeks of consolidating, of thinking about the price, without any value behind it, has to come down sometime. What comes up must come down. But maybe not. 6%, 7% already. No, can I just reset this? Reset the web page, please. Yes, thank you. Yeah, all right. I'll see you at 9K or not. What do you guys think? Anybody here? If you're here, just type in the chat what you think. Up or down? Up for up, and down for down. Up for up, down for down. I'm curious, man. I mean, if you want to believe, like more money believes that it goes down at the moment. If you count all the shorts and the longs, but I'm not sure about if more people trade on the fly on the market price, or just wait until they see a price, wait until the moment, or how much of them are orders by computers, or how much of all the trades are longs and shorts. So this metric is all the exchanges, well, not all, but the big ones, but it's only the longs and shorts, not the on the fly trades. But still, it all correlates. Oh yeah, Google Trends. So buy Bitcoin. I would like to see buy Bitcoin is only search Tristan de Cunha. I'm not sure what this. I think I did something wrong. Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian, World Cup. Alright, so, but I want to see which countries are searching the most for buy Bitcoin, because I believe this term is real. It's real indicative of people that don't really know what Bitcoin is yet. They search for this trend because they're willing to buy. They see the potential in the trade, in the investment. But if they search buy Bitcoin, it's not like they already know the sites, right? If you know how to buy Bitcoin, you go to sites like these, or Bitonic, or you go to Binance. You don't search on Google for buy Bitcoin. So this is I believe, indicative of a first timer. People that search this, it's the first time they buy Bitcoin, I believe, right? So, and this also, it's not really past 5 years. I'd like to see, you see the uptrend. This is 100%, 99%. And do I see also, like, is this also the past 5 years? I don't believe that, man. So how can you change this search result? This is sharing, and this is mobile desktop. Okay, I don't think you can change it. This is just the last week or something, or past day, or and I'm only looking at the States. Okay, that's why. So worldwide, right? Buy Bitcoin. Ghana. So this is only for today. I don't believe in Ghana the most ever people search for buy Bitcoin. It's only this week, I believe, not all time. But anyway, this is Ghana and Nigeria, right? It's St. Helena, Ghana, Nigeria, and Ghana, and where's St. Helena then? This one? It's South Africa, yeah. So which other big blue country we have? So St. Helens, I know, I guess. St. Helens is like a volcano. Whatever. So African countries are the top results, right? Third world countries. Not that Ghana and Nigeria are the poorest of Africa, but still they're in the third world. Not as rich as Europe or Canada or New Zealand or the States or Kingdom. It is quite interesting to see what kind of people from what country are searching for buy Bitcoin. which again I think is a real indicative of first timers. So Techie, you said it will go down, but not too much. So what is your price target then? What do you think Bitcoin will see before it will go up? Or was this it? Like, if Bitcoin is at this price, I don't think a lot of lot of big money players, let's say whales, think this is a good price. Except if they're willing to manipulate, of course. Like I said, if it will break up again, FOMO starts kicking in, and as it hits like the 8 or 9k mark, people see it as cheap Bitcoin. So that's all up to what the market is doing. But at this time, I don't think a lot of people at the short term say that have interest in the market and have a little bit of knowledge say that the price will go up. I think a lot of people say the price will go down. But the market price is a bitch, man. Because longer charts show a possible bottom. I mean, Bitcoin could just go parabolic again. It took a little bit of a breather, but it's still in an uptrend. Still not breaking any. Okay, this is a resistance. I think this is the 10k level. As soon as it's not breaking that, we're Gucci. But if we break it, like I said, not a lot of trading going on here. Not a lot of trading going on here. It's just whoop straight up, man. From this point, 9k over Vegeta level. It's over 9k until 10. It's not that much of trade. So in the upside, there's not much time, and also not in the downside. So as soon as we hit some levels, some resistance, some support, the price in some terms you could say is doomed. And then it will become to be picked up again, maybe even at these lows, right? So 7.8 I think it is. 7.5, something like that. These lows can act as a really strong support because it was traded for a really long term. And then, it's also possible that we just whoop, and then nobody traded even here. So I'm not sure what we'll do then. But still, we're just taking a little bit of bite out of a little bit of wealth, and then it's a comfortable price again, and then we shoot up. That's how I see it will happen. But at what price? Well, let's hope at 8.5. Well, maybe I should not say that. A lot of people are banking on Bitcoin going up or staying here. And then I say, let's hope it goes 8.5. Then maybe a lot of people are out of luck. I'm sorry, guys. It's your own decision. You made your own decision trading that at that price. And you made your own money. You worked for it, or you received it, and you made an account, and you put your money in, and you pressed the button. I did not do anything. So 9,500. Okay, so Techie says 9,500 short midterm until halvening. Oh wow! So you think the 9,500 then this level will stay until half a year? And then another bull market, more news coverage. Okay, yeah, that's a real big possibility as well. And then the 14k is a top, and then we saw a blow off top. I don't hope that is the case, because then we don't see action for quite a long time. But it's real possible because it's already flattening out at this level basically. You can see it actually that it can't go higher. It stays around these levels. A lot of trade going on there at this level, not that much, but still. And if it drops, it could just stay there for quite a long time. And then the bottoms of these trades, wow, 7,000, 8,600 magic level, 8,600. Oh wow. So yeah, Techie thinks Bitcoin will stay at the price for half a year, maybe even longer. He's talking about the halvening. If you guys don't know what the halvening is, it's like Bitcoin is being mined and every 5 or 4 years or something like that, there's a halving. So it means that the reward the miners are getting is half of what they used to be. So the commodity gets scarcer. There's less and less and less new bitcoins. And as you guys know, there's only approximately 21 million bitcoins ever being made, or ever gonna be made. There's also a percentage that is presumably lost, never to be found again, like the computers that have like these 2k or 200,000k bitcoins that is just lost forever. Amazing. So 21 million, maybe even less bitcoins in the world ever means that it gets scarcer and scarcer. Maybe if more people want to buy it, less and less people want to sell it, the more demand there is, but the less supply. So yeah, that will long term put the price much higher. And I hear a lot of people from the normal old world, the old financial world, saying that Bitcoin is something that is gonna stay. They still don't believe in it, but they still think it's gonna stay. A lot of regulators thinking about regulating it. A lot of big banks, institutions are coming in. So long term, I believe Bitcoin will boom. But as we said, the stream, Bitcoin will probably drop. It is dropping. I guess since we started streaming, it stayed a little bit level. But it crashed today, 8% since yesterday, 24 hours ago. Doesn't say that much. I don't think that this metric will say that much, because 24 hours is all relative to what is happening now, but still it is down. It's trying to, it's undecided, I feel like. Sell off, but nobody's trying to catch it up back to where it started yet. So I still believe strong downtrend, bearish signal. You get a second chance in crypto, like I said, the start of the stream. I believe this is a way for you to have your losses cut down a little bit, and then it will continue in a wave. People try to catch the falling knife. They make a little bit of profit, and when they see it falls down again, they have to, or they want to sell. A lot of liquidations. Oh yeah, this website also shows you the liquidations, which is very nice. But when the liquidations are happening, this list will go very, very fast, because only when the market is moving really fast, really rapidly, you will see these liquidations. I would highly recommend to use this website though. You can set your metrics yourself. What I also like is setting up the trades, so you can see, I only want to see the trades from 300k and up, or what I also like to do is just a really low amount, so you see a lot of trades, so like this. So you see small trades as well, and yeah, you have some sort of idea what the market is doing at the time. I believe this is all very, very real time, without that much delay. I heard these websites are even sometimes faster than the exchange itself. I especially heard this about Crypto X Scanner, that they show a drop right before a drop is really shown on Binance. They give me a signal right before a drop is happening, before actually it's happening. Literally a second, so you can really anticipate on it, or half a second. But yeah, so the website for me, Binance, is slower than the Crypto X Scanner. But anyway, you can anticipate on it. Higher volume on Monday, huh? So what do you think, Decky? Will be another drop on Monday, like the lot of Mondays we saw? It was just a Monday dip, Monday sell-off. Like actually happens with a lot of stocks as well, still. Like the emotion of people is really important. But Decky, do you think tomorrow will be another sell-off? And then tell me also if you think have an idea of when we see, if you believe we go back down to 9k midterm until halving of rewards, and when we see 10k again, like how long it will take in your view? Will it take months or will we just stay on 10k? Tell me, man. I'm curious about what other people think about this price. I think that's really important, that a lot of retailers just discuss the price, and I think a lot of retailers, they stay in their own cocoon, and they watch these type of videos to make the decision, but they don't talk about it. And I know my goal is not to make a Telegram group. My goal is not to pump anything or dump anything. I'm just trying to learn as well, and I think talking about it is a really good way to learn about it, to talk to other people from around the world. And my goal is to make some money, right? Maybe short term, but for sure long term. I believe if I have like 1 Bitcoin now, in 10 years I will have equivalent maybe of maybe 100k or 200k. So 10 times my money, right? Maybe even more. Let's say I hope to have a house on my computer one day. And I guess the difficult part, the most danger I have in that goal is me. In the case of me trading, me selling on a price. Let's say the price eventually go to 1 million, but I don't think I could hold it until it reaches that price. I don't think anybody can. If you buy it at 10k, you cannot ride it out until it's 1 million. That's impossible. Only thing is, if there's a war, like a war, and there's no electricity, you have to fight in a war. 5 years later, you come back, and the price of Bitcoin is skyrocketed because other currencies are worth nothing. That's a possibility. But then the world that you live in is not there anymore. So what's it worth, right? So I don't believe that I'm strong enough to buy a 10k and sell at 1 million. But what I can do is buy at 10, sell at 12, buy at 10, sell at 14, buy at 12 and sell at 20, and then continue on. And also buy at 12, sell at 10, right? I also will do that. Not that I didn't lose that much yet, but I made some bad trades, and everybody did make some bad trades. You cannot have 100% good accuracy. It's about making more than you lose. That's it. So, and you could make sure that the market goes in one direction in your own mind. You can never know for sure. It's also always a probability, right? It's a possible direction, and you can gamble on it. I don't believe that there's a lot of people watch this that don't know anything about Bitcoin. So I believe anybody that sees this knows a lot, maybe even more than me. And for example, Techie says, I think the biggest indicator will be the success and exposure of Facebook Libra coin. What % of network are you willing to have? Oh, that's a question. Yeah, so Libra coin, okay. There's a lot of crypto enthusiasts that think Libra is not that strong in the long run. It is a adoption coin, I would like to say it. In my opinion, it's an adoption coin. So I would imagine, I think the coin will come out in 2021, like in a year, beginning of 2021, I believe, or 2020, I'm not sure. But it will be an adoption coin. So everybody who has a Facebook account and wants to buy something on Facebook Marketplace, or they want to buy a sticker, or they want to buy some app, I don't know, they're gonna use Libra coin for that. And because they think it's a crypto coin, it's an adoption coin for Bitcoin and the rest. That's what I believe the Libra coin will do. But I don't think it will change anything. But yeah, I think you said it right. I think the biggest indicator will be the success and exposure of Facebook Libra coin. This is a real global adoption coin. That's true. And the question, what percentage of network are you willing to have sit in Bitcoin? Well, the smart thing to have is maybe like 10%, 5%, so small portion, because it's such a volatile stock, volatile asset, I should say. No dividend, no security based on the price. The price could just drop immediately. You're not protected. in that case. So yeah, my percentage of network is around the 10%, maybe even more, 15. So I have personal details. I have like a bank account which has the normal euros, which I receive my salary on, and I'll save something for normal things. I want to buy quickly, right? I'm not trying to use all my money for investing or for an idea. I just want to save some money for worst case scenario. And then I've decided some money, for example, if you receive a large sum, you don't know what to do with it, you don't have any goals for the short term with it, then you could just invest it if you're willing to lose it. So yeah, 10%, 50% of my network is in cryptos, and most of it is in Bitcoin, right? And it is spread out along a lot of exchanges. Well, not a lot, like 2 or 3. No, so let's say 2 big ones, and one is only for S coins, which is quite small percentage. And also I have a hardware wallet, which I don't use that much, don't even look at. And that's a really smart and secure way to hold your Bitcoins for the long term. But recently I made a switch. I have something like 50-50. So 50% is somewhere stored away, and 50% is on the exchanges. 50% of the network. Let's say I don't even know the exact numbers. I'm just guessing. Something like this is in my hardware, and something like that is in my exchanges. I'm trying to trade 50%, but that's not a good. It's not. Yeah, you should not follow that. I don't try to give any advice. Right, make your own decisions, to feel what's right for you and to see how you feel. And if it feels good, then just do it. Is there anything else I can show you guys, like how I trade it? There's a couple of websites you can use. I mean, if you have multiple monitors, this could be nice to have to see a glance of the whole market. You see the different crypts. How do you call them? Scripts, and you see the different algorithms, which could be very nice. Also, maybe for news. I don't have any bookmarks for news, but if I remember, I don't. News, crypto, maybe. I'm not sure if I can find anything. Cointelegraph. Oh yeah, my phone, there's Cointelegraph, and don't really watch that much news. I guess I use Twitter and Telegram for that, right? To just have some notifications on. Oh right, let's read something about Libra. I believe if you have a great narrative for Libra, it could be the biggest adoption coin of all, man. It could even be bigger than Bitcoin itself. But I believe Libra will be a stable coin, so it's not an investment. So when Facebook unveiled its new digital currency Libra, it explicitly said the initiative was intended to address the problems faced by the world's unbanked 1.7 billion people without a bank account. It's so fucked up. As well as facing inconvenience, these people generally pay over the odds for financial services like bank transfers or overdrafts. This is a pretty big potential market for Facebook, so it's not surprising that it would target the opportunity. But could Libra really transform access to financial services for those who are currently excluded? There are reasons to raise serious doubts. Across the world, the main reasons people give for not holding a bank account is that they don't have enough money, they don't see the need for an account, they find it too expensive, or another family member already has one. And not having the right documentation is also a barrier, as is distrust in the financial system. Yeah, but these problems won't really change if they could use Libra coin. No money, no trust, no need, right? But the specific barriers to financial inclusion vary significantly by region and are usually a combination of social and economic factors. For instance, while cost is a big barrier in Latin America, lack of documentation is the big issue in Zimbabwe and the Philippines. Yeah, okay, so again, the Libra coin won't change that. It's just another currency, as far as I know at the moment, right? This makes it difficult for anyone intervention to be a solution to this huge group of people. Worryingly, the Facebook white paper that outlines Libra does not really engage with these problems or say how it plans to overcome them. Right, that's what people don't like Libra that much. People's trust in institutions can be very important in influencing the extent to which they use their services, as I found from my own work into microfinance, which I have presented at conferences but is yet to be published in an academic journal. Right, blah blah blah. So he's saying that still the problems that he's describing, Libra should be willing to change. It's not really being outlined in their white paper. Anything else that we can read, which is worth reading? Oh yeah, this guy. He was, or not this guy, but maybe another Goldman Sachs CEO, maybe the top. He says Bitcoin is just stupid and good for criminals only. But maybe this guy, major investment bank Goldman Sachs is exploring the concept of tokenization and may play a role in it. David Solomon told venture publications Les Echos. Discussing fiat-backed stablecoins, the CEO said the bank believes in the potential of tokenization, as this is the direction in which payments are going. Yeah, for large payments, I guess crypto is a real good solution at this time. That's true. He did not provide any further details on their plans. However, answering a question about JP Morgan's JPM coin and whether Goldman Sachs could play a role in this distribution, he replied, "Absolutely. Many are looking into this." Yeah, alright, duh. Also, Solomon said he doesn't think the new competitors will make banks disappear, but financial industry incumbents, need to innovate if they want to stay in the game. Additionally, he suggested that tech giants such as Facebook and its Libra project will try to partner with banks rather than become banks themselves, due to the strict regulations of the financial sector. Yeah, so JPM coin, also very interesting. This guy, he says it's only good for criminals, yet he still, JP Morgan coin may become a consumer product. Jamie Dimon. Oh, Bitcoin is going up, I believe. Oh no, it's just still dropping slowly. Yeah. Yeah, so Techie says it's going down. It's going down for short term, but not that too much. I thought he said 9,500, and then that's a good price for everybody to go back in. Yeah, I could be banking on that. If it goes back to 9,500, I think it's a good price. Oh yeah, I'm Dutch. Yeah, my accent, I cannot hide my accent, unfortunately. Maybe if I try to speak in a different accent, but no, I cannot hide it. So yes, what do you think? Is the price going up or down? I see every other YouTuber asking it's going up or down, and just curious, man. What do you think? It's going up or it's going down? I think Bitcoin in short term is gonna go to 9k, 9.5, and then we go back again. But next week could also be a very, very green week. This could be the bottom. It's making a higher bottom, so this could be the end of the downtrend. You never know with Bitcoin. You never know. 11k could be cheap as well. A lot of new people, they don't even look at the price. They just think, oh wow, it dropped. They just look at the percentage. Oh wow, it dropped 6.5. Let's go. They look at the 40k. They think, wow, it's going back to 20. So now it's 11. That means it's 9k a profit for me. That's almost double the money. And that's good. That could be true. That could be so fucking true. But where are all those new people then? The volume is. This is not a good volume metric, I believe, but still. Where are all those new people? Higher low, higher low. Oh, and a new fall. Higher low, higher low. Oh, a new fall. That's what we're gonna do. Red Sea of Death. Tell me what you're gonna think the Bitcoin price is gonna do. Tell me what's gonna do. Tell me what's gonna do. Tell me what it's gonna do. Do. Crash to 9k, yes or no? Can I do some sort of poll? I'm so new to this. Is this all I can do? Remember to guard your privacy and abide by your community guidelines. Okay, nice. But I cannot do anything, right? Aha, that's nice. Yeah. Waiting for the price to fall. Is it gonna happen? You never know. 35 in the minus. Yeah, it's nothing. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna go eat something and drink something, so I'm gonna end the stream. I would like to thank you guys for watching. Maybe this will continue later. I kind of like it, talking about it. And thank you if you're still watching. Thanks, man. I didn't read all your message. We will see more adoption over the years as the younger generation grow older. Gen X and boomers are adverse to such risk. Yeah, that's so true, man. If you guys, if you have a channel too, techie, or if you never did it, just make one. It's so easy. Just download OBS, get a mic, and yeah, talk about your things, man. It's wise sentences, and understanding the tech. Yeah, that's true. But thanks for participating and listening and watching. Maybe I'll see you guys next time. Yo, bye.